but I love your joke about your family at the show. What kind of show was it? The magician show?
It was a Chris Angel magic show.
Yeah, magic show. But an embarrassing moment. It doesn't have to be that one. I just love that one. If not, watch his stand up. Embarrassing moment that you turned into a joke.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I feel like I have a few jokes that are like that, but that's probably the most one of notoriety. Was a huge Chris Angel fan. Who wasn't? Mind Freak. Come on. Loved the Mind Freak. Went to the magic show. I went to the Chris Angel magic show in Las Vegas, and he was throwing out cards into the audience. He threw one out, and whoever got the card would be the volunteer for the trick, right? And so I'm so excited to be there, and he throws it out. I get the card, and I don't know what. I don't really talk about this in the joke, but I just don't really know what his motivation was for saying this. I can't really. You could have your own theory. It's a real black and blue, white and gold dress situation. But I get the card, and he looks at me, and I'm 14 years old. I'm with my family. I'm a magic obsessed teen, and he goes, "Hey man, we've already had a couple guy volunteers on the show. How about you find a hot girl instead?" And I'm like 14, and it's like there's like 600 people looking at me.
That's weird.
It's weird. Yeah. Which it might not sound like weird, but most people people hate getting put on the spot in general. Now it wouldn't be as big a deal because you're used to being in front of people. But as a child,
also a child that you were so excited to get that.
Yeah, and it's like what I have to pick out a girl in front of like 600 people and Chris Angel and my mother. You're like, I don't even know what to do.
Yeah, I would panicked.
And so my mom, the story, I do this on stage, but the story is that I didn't know what to do. I'm freaking out. And my mom, trying to help me, is like, no, it's okay. Just pass the card to your sister. She's so pretty. And so one of the jokes is like, well, my mom is a great mom, but she's a terrible matchmaker, right? Like Chris Angel's told me I find a girl that I'm sexually attracted to. My mom's like, have you met your sister? No, I didn't know what to, it's one of those moments that probably only lasted for like 10 seconds, but it feels like it's still happening. And so it's going back and forth. Chris Angel's like, come on, man, let's go. And so I pass the card to my sister, and we look identical. We look truly like twins. She's like 2 years younger than me, but we both have red hair. My mom was cutting both of our hair at the time.
Oh my God.
We look, and they have us on like the camera, like the screen. So we're projected on the screen.
See.
So he goes, I told you to pass that card to a hot girl, right? And I was like, yes. And he's like, well, let's see who you passed it to. And they pan the camera to my sister. And in unison, 600 people go.
They all knew.
It was as if it was his greatest reveal of the night. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, no. Oh, no. And so I'm freaking out. And this is like, this is such, in hindsight, you're like, this is a terrible idea. But in the moment, you're like, I need to fix this, right? I got to fix this. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to fix what just happened, and because it's so uncomfortable that you can't just sit in the moment. Yeah. So you're like, I gotta move, Bob and weave. And so I grabbed. This is true. I grabbed the card out of my sister's hands, and I was in my head. I'm like, well, maybe this will be charming. Like maybe people will find this like endearing. And so I pass it to my mom. And they put that on the screen as well. And Chris Angel's like, don't pass it to your mom.
He says
that's worse.
Oh my God.
And then he's like, well, this guy's pretty weird. I think we should just end the show. And then he just ended the show and walked off the stage. No magician has ever walked off. Usually they're known for vanishing. He was like a guy who eats razor blades is like, okay, freak. And then he just left.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, oh, was that bad? I think that might have been bad.
14 couldn't have been a worse age for this to happen.
You're so like everything is everything at that time. Like your whole world is like the things that are in front of you.
Yeah.
So you're like, I've ruined my life. I've ruined The big picture of my life.
Oh, done.
Done.
Over.
It's over.